Hello students, this is a small presentation on learner's index. See that we had written the total revenue equation for monopoly firm as total revenue equal to price times quantity being demanded. Here P of x means that price is a function of x, and that we take the derivative of the total revenue function with x to get this expression, and from this expression when we take price of x common, so that in the parenthesis we have this x divided by price of x multiplied by d price of x times d of x. Now see that this is something which is the inverse of own price elasticity of demand. Here I have written down the formula for own price elasticity of demand. This P term of x actually is like telling us that price is a function of x. And let's see that in own price elasticity of demand, this derivative of demand with respect to its own price is negative, and so I put a negative sign here. And to avoid any confusion, I have put this derivative in modulus, so that this means that now we will be dealing with the positive values of dx over dpx only, because minus sign has been taken out here. And then I multiply both sides of this equation by minus to get minus of own price elasticity of demand equal to this formula. And then I take the inverse on both sides, so that I get 1 over minus e of x equal to x divided by price of x times the modulus of dpx divided by dx. And then I use this 1 over exx here in this formula, and after doing that I multiply numerator and denominator by minus 1, so that the denominator becomes plus again. To avoid any confusion, I have put the denominator in modulus, so that we will be now dealing with the positive values of own price elasticity only. In the next step, I have flipped these terms to write 1 first, 1 minus 1 over absolute value of own price elasticity of demand, and this becomes your marginal revenue. Then I use these first order condition of profit maximization for monopoly, which requires that marginal revenue equal to marginal cost. And when I do that, see that this is what that I get. And then I have multiplied on both sides by price of x to get this expression. And I take 1 to the left hand side, and then I follow these steps finally write this equation. And then I multiply both sides by minus, so this marginal cost is minus now, and that this p of x in fact is plus. And so I have p of x minus marginal cost of x divided by price of x equals to 1 over absolute value of own price elasticity of demand. And this is often known as the inverse elasticity rule as well. See that if in this formula I put own price elasticity equals to infinity, so 1 over infinity will become equal to 0, and we will get price of x times minus marginal cost divided by price of x equals to 0. And this will give us price of x, which is a monopoly price, equals to marginal cost. So see that when own price elasticity of demand is equal to infinity plus, and because we are considering only the absolute positive value because of this modulus, we will get price equals to marginal cost, and that is something that is happening in perfect competition. So if own price elasticity of demand is infinity, so that firm's demand curve is perfectly elastic something, and this is something that is happening when the firm is a perfectly competitive firm. And because the firm is charging price which is equal to marginal cost, we say monopoly power is equal to 0. So 1 over absolute value of own price elasticity of demand. If this is equal to 0, so this means that the firm is charging a price equals to marginal cost.